Okay, a very good morning to my dear participants. Okay, thank you to welcome to my webinar. Okay, before I proceed, I would like to thank Faculty Information Communication Technology, University of Abdul Rahman, Department Software Skill and Competency, University of Abdul Rahman, and also Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, Premier Digital Tech University for giving me the opportunity, okay, to present my title that is creating professional brochures in few clicks, okay, using the Microsoft Publishers. Okay, before I would like to proceed my presentation, I would like to give you a sneak preview that I will demo how to create the brochure at the end of the presentations. Okay, this is the end product that I will demo. Okay, you can see that it is very professional. It is a threefold. Okay, you can see that it's very beautiful. Okay, using just only the Microsoft Publishers. Okay, you have the logo, we have the virtual reality, what it's about, and also the product, the Oculus Rift. And then inside, when you open, you have the company descriptions, okay, the address and this one, as well as the address. And then when you open, it's very attractive, okay. It will explain to you what is virtual reality, the Oculus Rift, and then the pictures, okay, to explain everything. And at the back, will give you the details of the package and the prices. Okay, this is the demonstration that I will show you after the presentation slides. Okay, you can go to the Google Meet to get the attachment, okay, the attachment for the source file, okay, to create this beautiful brochure and also the hands-on guide. Okay, now let's go on with my presentation slide. I will share the screen. Okay. Okay, you can see that creating the Microsoft brochure using Microsoft Publishers in few clicks, we have a very simple and very intuitive, okay? Not very complicated like the other desktop publishings, okay? That is very confusing and very hard for you to create the brochures. Okay, before I proceed, I would like to introduce what is brochure. Okay, you have heard of catalog and brochure, but brochure is the informative paper document that is a smaller size than the catalog, that is usually is folded and disseminated to the user, usually your potential customer, okay, to sell up your product and also to introduce the services and also the product and also as tell them what it's about, okay, you're going to sell to them. Okay, usually there are many types of folding brochure. We have a trifold, half fold, until to the double parallel fold. Usually the brochure we get in the market is the Z fold, okay? It's the three fold, folding in three pieces, okay? You can see many types of brochure. The usual type you can get in the market, usually you get the brochure that is the bifold, as if it is in the booklet. Okay, the Z fold is a very common one you can get. It's a 3-in-1, okay, column. And the according fold is also you can get. But the row fold up until French fold is very bizarre, okay? It's very hard for you to see and get, okay, this type of brochure in the market. Okay, there's many sample brochures, okay? You can fold it, the Z fold, no need to fold it at the back. You can just fold it just like I have shown you before I start the presentations. Okay, you can do that for the row is called as the row fold brochure. Okay, so the usual one is the Z fold, and we can get also half fold brochure. Okay, when we get the brochures, there are many types of brochures you can get in the market. Usually when the self-service, okay, attended you, and then they tell you the details, and then they wish you to get you as the potential customer. Usually, as the insurance agents, they will leave up behind a template, okay? This one, leave behind the brochure, okay, to see the details and for you to subscribe their package. When you're walking in the mall, okay, when you're walking in the mall, the usual we can get the brochure is the point of sale, okay? Immediately, they will pass you the brochure without telling you anything, and then you will read the brochure at the home and then subscribe. So respond to inquiry, okay? when the user want to ask the questions, okay, and they go to the center, and then they will give you the brochures. For the direct mail, usually the um, charity competitions, charity organizations. They will give you the brochures, okay, do the mailing by mail, okay. So usually the sales support tool, usually you go to the service center, and then they will provide you the informative, okay, how to solve some problems, and also to provide you some informative of the new products. Okay, so I want you to introduce you to Microsoft Publishers. Before you can create the brochures, okay, you need to have a desktop publishing software, okay, which it is the Microsoft Publishers. It's a very intuitive and very simple. You can get it in the Microsoft Office package. Okay, the Microsoft Publisher, the current version is 16.0. It's 2019, and it is launched on September 24th, 2018. Okay, we have Office 365 editions, Professional Plus, also included inside the as part of the Microsoft Office package. Okay, you don't need to purchase individually. Okay, as you use the Microsoft Word, okay, when you use the Microsoft Word, you're already accustomed to the interface, okay, to the interface. You can see that the publisher typical interface, we have the navigation pen, and then we have the ruler, the ribbons for you to do the formatting styles, and then we have the status, and then we have the page layout, and then we have the zoom slider. Okay, we have the zoom slider. It is a very standardized across the Microsoft Office package, such as the Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Publishers, and also the other packages. Okay, you can see that when you use, it's very intuitive. Okay, you can have all the functions is already in the software. Okay, for the basic publisher functions, of course, you can create a templates. Okay, we can use the templates not to start from scratch. Okay, when you're doing the brochure start from scratch, it takes time. Okay, when you want to have a rapid development, so you can use the template and search. Okay, you just replace the text, replace the pictures, and print it out. Okay, rapidly without wasting the time to design and put in and arrange your multimedia elements. Okay, of course, we must add in the pictures, add in the text, and always save your file, okay, before you further design, okay, in case you can recover and open it back. And lastly, you can print your publications, okay, publications in any paper size. Okay, this is the Microsoft basic functions. When you create the publications, there's a lot template when it is first, and then always save the publications, and you can add in the text box, and then add building blocks, and lastly print the brochure. Okay, so there are 5 multimedia elements. Okay, 5 media elements. We have a text, graphic, that is a static element, and then we have the video, audio, animation, that is the dynamic elements. So when you're doing the web design, for example, and also courseware, we use all the elements. But if you use to create the brochure, okay, we just only can use the static element. It is impossible for you to add in the video, audio, animations to the printed brochure. That's why 2 multimedia elements will be used, that is text or graphics. Okay, there are 2 types of text, okay, you can get. That is the serif fonts, okay, or sans serif fonts. Okay, for the serif fonts, we have the decoration at the end of the characters, okay. At the characters A, B, C, D, at the end, we have an extra line, a stroke to beautify the fonts, okay. We call it serif fonts. Whereas for the sans serif font, okay, you don't have the extending and the protruding line, okay, at the end. So I move to the next slide for you easier to see what is a serif font and what is the sans serif font. Okay, you can see that the serif font, we have the many design, okay, such as the Gothic, glyphic serif, and then the decoration at the end of the edges of each of the fonts. Whereas for the sans serif fonts, it is a very plain, straightforward, without any decorations. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Usually when we do the designing, we always tend to use sans serif fonts. You know why? Because sometimes when we design the poster, the magazine, we tend to fit, okay, all the paragraph sentences in a very small column. That's why it is easier to read, okay, without any decorative edges, okay, with the serif font. Okay, when you use the sans serif fonts, also you can save your printing ink, okay, save a lot. Because if you use the serif fonts, you must use extra ink to print the edges, okay, the decoration at the edges. But however, if you write a book, okay, write a book, when you want to read line by line, okay, serif fonts is the choice, okay, it guides you easier to read line by line. When sans serif fonts, it's very hard to read very fast line by line. So this is the pro and con between serif fonts and sans serif fonts. So you can decide, okay, whether which one to use. Okay, serif fonts also can beautify a lot for your presentations, okay, for brochure. Okay, these are the top 10 serif fonts and sans serif fonts for the design. Okay, it is not limited just 10. Okay, you can go and Google search and then add in your custom serif fonts and sans serif fonts to enrich your design. And typography is one of the design element for this one. Okay, as well as move to the image. Okay, we have the text already. We have the text. Another element we need to design for the brochure is the image. Okay, there are two types of the image you can get, okay, in the digital format. That is the vector image and also the bitmap image. Usually the vector image, okay, consists of the mathematical equations, okay, to draw the lines and the shapes. And it will be converted for the bitmap. Then only you can import it into the Microsoft Publishers. Okay, so the usual of the file format you can insert, that is the .pmp, .jpg, GIF, and PNG. Okay, we use the bitmap that use the pixel. Okay, we have the small dot you cannot see to represent the colors. Okay, when you zoom out, as if it's a pictures. Okay, we use this type of format to insert, okay, to the Microsoft Publishers. Okay, now let's go to the element of design. Actually, for the design and the creativity, you can follow, okay, you can follow, such as the color is the prominent element design you can use, okay, you can use to create the brochures, very nice. And also for the typography, okay, typography to tell the user what do you want to express and the meaning, and at the same time it's also to explain things, okay, apart with the pictures inserted. Okay, this is the element of design. Okay, for the principle of design, okay, have you heard of the golden ratio? Okay, the golden ratio numbers is emphasized on the similarity and the proportions. Okay, but when you design, okay, make sure you have a good contrast, okay, good contrast for the word and the background in order for you to read the word. Okay, that's the rule number one when you design of the brochure. Make sure your fonts, your text readable, okay, contrast with the background. Okay, and also the best one we can use is the unity. Okay, it's the combination with the balance, symmetry, proportionate. That means the size, it is a very pleasant to eyes, the sizes of everything, and the combine, okay, match and harmonize with other objects. Okay, that is unity. Okay, the last one will be the important. Okay, before I go on, there are tips for you to picture in design. Okay, when you design a poster, okay, and also a brochure, make sure you select the stylistic theme and the correct theme. You can see that this one, the tip number one, is about the cooking. And then the user and the graphic designer is very clever and creative. okay, and very creative because it used the red color, okay, to attract the attention, such as the tomato, chili, okay, to attract the user attentions, and with some small green leaf, okay, to spice up the pictures, okay. Make sure you have the stylistic theme to build your brochure. Okay, as for the white spaces does not mean white background. Okay, it is the empty blank spaces for the user to have a readable moment. When it is too cluttered with the picture and also the word, it makes the user very anxious. Okay, it cannot calm down. Okay, that's why we need some empty spaces to let the user to breathe, okay, in the pictures, such as this one, the empty spaces, okay, between the word, there's a lot and the pictures. Okay, the next one, the emphasis, prioritize the shape and the graphic. You can see that the model will be the focal point, okay, it will be the focal point of this brochure and also magazine. That's why they put it at the center. It will be the emphasis of the main subject, okay, of this brochure, and then the text will be aligned at the side. Okay, next, okay, we have used the natural style shots. Okay, we can sometimes use a cartoon, okay, and a drawing, but it is best, okay, to have the natural style shots, okay. The nature is the best one, okay. We have to attract the attentions of the user. Okay, for the filler image, we don't have the emphasis. We don't have the main subject and object in the pictures. It is a general pictures, and is feel like a very vast spaces, okay, in the pictures for you to beautify your design, okay, such as this one into the wall. We don't have the emphasis. Everything will be normal, okay, not focusing on any specific objects. And also use the cover image themselves. For example, you choose the famous boxer, okay, such as this model. Then you put it inside the magazine, okay, it sells fast, okay. And lastly, use the image, okay, yet it is simple and it tells the meaning. For example, this one is about the call, okay, the phone call. They use the all the type of the phone, okay, to just one object only to attract and teach the user to read, okay, inside the details inside the brochures. Okay, there's a lot of the design principle. Okay, there's a line, okay, to create the design, and we have the scale, okay, to make it bigger and smaller. And also we have the color. Color is the most important that I will explain the next one. And then we have the repeat. Sometimes you repeat the objects and the design. It helps you to make it beautify the brochure. And then the negative space is very clever. You create the two types of the perceptions, okay, of the image when we draw the image, okay. You have to see the faces, or you can see the flask, okay, or the cup, okay, in the pictures. And the symmetry is the best one, okay, you can do in the design, okay. It is balanced and is the conventional type of the design. Okay, transparency is very important, which I will use inside the design in the demonstrations. Okay, it gives the sense, okay, of matching and blending the background. And the texture also, okay, it beautifies your background instead of the plain color, okay, a plain color. It gives you some style as well. And sometimes you need to have a balance, okay. You don't need to push too cluttered at one side, okay, and position your object balance, okay, balance, so to have the user and also use the white space, okay, to make it beautiful. And then you can have in the hierarchy, okay, to let the user easier to read, okay, what is the main topic and the subtopic inside. The contrast, okay, the contrast is very important for you to put in the text, okay. Make sure you have the contrast with your background to make your text readable. And the framing is usually to have the emphasis, okay, to have the emphasize this one, okay, of the design, which one you want to focus into. And then as for the grid, it is a guide at the back for you, easier to read, okay, to focus which part, okay. Sometimes you can break the rules. Okay, no need to follow the design principle 100%. Sometimes if you break the rules and have your own creativity, and sometimes even it is more acceptable and it is even more better than use the traditional conventional method. And then we have the directions, the links, okay, which one to read first and read to next. As I said before, okay, the design principle and the ethical elements are the principles, and also for the design elements, you can break the rules. No need to follow 100%. Okay, and then we can create the movement, such as the runner, you add some dash at the behind to create some effect, and the depth, okay, which is very important. Okay, could give you the texture, shadow, 3D effects, even beautify your design. This is one of the element of design that is must. Okay, and then typography, you can use the serif fonts. Okay, the decorative uh, sans serif, you to have a beautify your this one, and also to tell the meaning inside a brochure. And then we have the compositions. Okay, always arrange your object, symmetry, unity, and balance and harmony. Okay, to have a good design. Okay, now let's go to the color. Okay, let's go to the color. Okay, so I always use the color blue color, red color, and green color. You can see that blue represents honesty in business. Okay, when you do business, they always use the color either red for the passions or blue for the honesty and integrity in the business. Okay, I always encourage to use red, blue, and green. Even in the secondary color, blues comes in third. Okay, it is good for you for your design. So always consistent with your design. Don't use too colorful. Okay, the maximum color you can use is 6 color. If you use more than 6 color in the design, it will make your design kinda of weird. Okay, but you can still break the rules. For example, if for the kids, you can use more than 6 colors. But for the professional usually they use 1 to 3 colors maximum only. Okay, if more than 4, there's only 7%. Okay, so of it. Okay, for the color formula, for the color matching, you can use the color wheel. Okay, we have the monochromatic, we have the analogous, and the split commentary. For example, we have the triangle here. Each of the endpoint, okay, will point to the matching of the color, and then you can twist and turn, okay, to match the color. And also we have the cold color and the warm color. Okay, we have the primary, secondary, and tertiary color, okay, for your choice. Okay, this is the sample you can use to complement the color, but this is not 100% you need to follow. But always rule of thumb, you need to create a great contrast between the text and also with the background. Okay, this one. And also, when you design the brochure, always learn the culture first, okay, before you pass up the marketing for the brochure. For example, during Chinese New Year, it is not good for you to disseminate black design and use the red for the passion, love, okay? That's why when you use in certain European country, do not use purple, okay? Purple means bad things, okay? That's why always learn the culture, the mood, and also the meaning of the color before you do, okay? You create the design. But always assure you, when we do the business, always use the blue and red, okay? This is the safe color for you, for the marketing, for your business, okay? Blue represent honesty and integrity, okay? Love represent for the passion and love, okay? So before I move on for the demonstrations, I would like for you to introduce my faculty. We have a lot of faculties and courses in Utah. Okay, we have a 2 campus, that is a Kampa campus and then the Sungai Long campus. Okay, Kampa campus, very nice. We have the scenery, we have the lake, and then we have the greens. And then Sungai Long is more to the city campus. Okay, so to have the more IT courses, okay, Faculty of Information and Communication Technology reside in Kampa campus. Okay, we offer 5 bachelor's degree. Okay, computer science is the fundamental of computers for you to learn, especially focus in programming. Okay, programming. And then if you want to have a business element, okay, you can have information system engineering and the business information system. Okay, information system engineering is more to knowledge management minor, and also business information system is combination business and IT. Okay, why it is very important? You need to capture the okay for the business process before you translate it into the system and programs. Those are the business information system. Okay, ICT, it involves deal with the data and informations. You need to send, okay, the information across the world. That's why you need to have the communication and networking. Okay, we do have this course, okay, in Utah. And then for the computer engineering, okay, is the multidisciplines. Okay, it focus on the electronic, okay, design, but it most focus on the computer itself. Okay, the circuit design more on the computer, and also for the embedded system and for the operating system. Okay, computer engineering. Okay, if you want to further to have to become a consultant and also a researcher, you can further your okay your educations, okay, to up to master and doctor of philosophy in computer science in Utah. Okay, before I move on the guided hands-on, just I show you at the beginning. Okay, you can get it in the attachment on the Google Meet. Okay, I share you the source file. In case you have missed out what I have present, you still can refer back, okay, to the guided material you have downloaded. Okay, this is the expected output. Okay, I've already shown you. Okay, don't worry when the word is very small. When you print out, it's kind of readable. Okay, this is the page one, and this is the page browser. Okay, now I want to demo how to create this brochure very fast. Okay, very fast. Okay, this one very instant. I just only to use 80 minutes. Okay, to create this one. Okay, provided I have the pictures and the text ready. Okay, so let's go for the demonstrations. Okay, let's go for the demonstrations. I'm going to share the screen for the publishers. Okay, now we have the publishers. Okay, publishers here. This is the interface of the publishers. When you open, we have the template. Okay, we have the template. When you want to create the brochure very fast and instantly, you no need to wait. Okay, to design to wasting time. For the this one design, you straight away click on the template and replace the pictures that are relevant to you and also the text. Okay, but if you want to have your own creativity, you can click on the blank design. Okay, which I will use this one. So click on the blank A4 and then it goes to here. Okay, before you're going to design, I always remind you to have checked the orientation first, whether it is landscape, because usually to have the fold in the tree in one, okay, for the Z fold, usually in landscape. And also check the size, okay, make sure it is A4. So if the size in letter, okay, in letter, when you print it out, okay, when you use the A4 size paper, okay, it will make your design layout not consistent, okay, it will all go over the places. That's why make sure when you print it out on A4 paper, make sure the size you set it as A4 in the soft copy. Okay, we want to have a 3-in-1. Okay, if you just design on it without the guidelines, it's very hard for you to have the beautiful 3 even columns. So what you can do is you click on the guide here. The built-in ruler guide, we have a 3-in-1 heading. So don't worry, when you print it out, you cannot see all these guidelines. All these guidelines will be invisible. It just helps you to put the pictures nicely and evenly on each pages of the brochures. Okay, so one of the elements of the design, use the tips, okay? You use the filler. For example, I use the background, okay? Background. I go to the page design, go to the background, and you click on more background. And then I have a picture or texture field. And then I select file, where do you put the file? Okay, so I put it in a folder, source file and the pictures. I want to insert this one, okay, this one as a background. So when you insert, another element is the transparency. As I said before, if you don't set the transparency into higher transparency, the picture's very dark. And then we have the dark fonts. Okay, it interferes the contrast. It makes very hard for you to read the brochure. That's why set the transparency, okay, higher. So to make it lighter background in order for the text to stand out. Okay, next, I want to insert pictures. Okay, creating the brochure, either insert the picture or text. So you can go to insert. So you click on pictures. So I put it in a folder here. So the source file. So I want to insert the pictures VR. Okay, so there's a guideline below here. You can position nicely here. Okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you can put it nicely at the line. Okay, at the line, the guideline here. That's why it's very useful to have this one 3-in-1 column. Okay, when you place the pictures, I always you encourage to use the built-in function, the effects, okay, to make your brochure even more better and stand out, okay, which is the one of the principle of design that is must. Okay, and also you click on the picture, you can click on the format, okay, the picture styles. Either you can use the picture effect, okay, to add in the shadows, or the picture style is here. My favorite is always add the drop shadow. So when you add in a drop shadow, you can see, okay, as if the picture is floating at the background. It makes your brochure professionals, okay, just not plain pictures, put it on it. Okay, next of your design elements, okay, you can use the texture. Okay, before that, I can use my own shapes. Okay, you can click insert and shape. So you draw a rectangle, just match it nicely at the top here, match it nicely, and then you have the color and the lines. I do not want. Okay, to change the color, you click at the edge of the object, right click, you go to format auto shapes. Okay, so I do not want the line, okay, no outline. And then the color, I want to have the fill effect. Okay, fill effect. I want to have a picture or texture fill. And then you go to texture, you go to, I want to select blue denim. Okay, texture is one of the design, principle of design to make your design even better. As I've said before, always make use of transparency. Okay, transparency is one of the good design technique to make your pictures to complement each other and also not to fight for the contrast for the text. So I set it as 60%. Then I click OK. So there you go. It complements the background. At the same time, it does not fight for the text, okay, for the contrast, okay, to let the text stand out. Okay, the next one, I want to insert another text box, okay, insert another shapes, okay, with the word as well. Okay, just click on the shapes, and then I reuse the rectangle, and then you draw on it. Okay, we have the guide, okay, draw on it. See how fast and rapid you can design your brochure, just a few clicks on it. And then if you're lazy to change the color and the background, you can always go to the shape styles. And then just with one click, it changes instantly, the color and the format. As I said before, the transparency is very important. So you right click on it. So you go to format auto shape. And then you set the transparency to 60% as well. Okay, and then you click OK. So it match and complement with the background. So I try to break the rules here. Okay, it seems the blue and the green and the yellow, okay, very weird, isn't it? But the purpose I put the yellow, bright yellow, is for the emphasis, okay, to let the user straight away zoom and focus the title. Okay, what is the product I'm going to sell? The brand is Oculus Rift and it's a virtual reality headset. Okay, so you right click, you click add text, You just type virtual reality, and then the second one is the Oculus Rift. Okay, so you need to change the font size and also the color. So you go back to home here. It's just like your Microsoft Word. Okay, so you make it bigger, bigger, bigger to make it readable. Always make it bold. Okay, make it bold, and alignment, make it center. Okay, so for the virtual reality, I want it to be in black color, and the Oculus Rift, I want it in blue color, okay, to make the user focus that I sell the brand, the Oculus Rift. Okay, as I always said before, Microsoft publishers built in the effects that even beautify your design. Okay, you highlight the virtual reality Oculus Rift, you go to format, okay, you go to text effect, okay, add in shadow. When you add in shadows, you can see so if I don't add in shadow, okay, I put it none. Compare the virtual reality and Oculus Rift. You see, there's a lot of difference. So if I add the text effect, it makes the text even stand out, okay, like a 3D design, okay, on it. Okay, next, after you have put in the what is the product and also what's the brand, the company logo is very important. So I insert another pictures on it, okay, the e tag, okay, you put on in it. So when you put on it is very plain, okay, very plain. There's no design, and then it's very boring, as I said before. Microsoft publishes, one click, you can change the style and shape. Click on the e tag, go to the format, picture style, and then you select this one, okay, soft edge oval. See, it blends to the background with just one click. Okay, next we go to have to insert, okay, what is virtual reality, what is the package on it, okay. So you need to draw, again, the shapes. Okay, we have the column already nicely guided you, okay, to draw on it. So you draw on it, and then I do not want to have this color, always go to right click and go to format auto shape. And then I do not want to have the line. I want to have in green color, okay? Green is always appealing to the human eyes because it is high in luminance, okay? Luminance, high luminance, and also the nature also in green color is very pleasing to the eyes. So when you add in the color, it's very plain and boring. So always click to format, add in the effects. Okay, I go to the shape effects. My favorite, the simple one, just add in the normal shadow, and then it makes it appears, okay, like a 3D design, and appears to have a mask on it, okay, to have a better design, just instead of the plain object on it. So I need to add in what is virtual reality. So you don't need to type. I've already put it in the practical text, okay, prepared already. I just copy and right click on it and add in the text, Control C and Control V. Okay, what is virtual reality? That's why when you create the brochure, it is very essential to ask your secretary to prepare the text first. You just copy and paste, okay, to speed up even your development of your brochures. Okay, as I said before, make it bigger to be readable. So 24 should be okay. Make it bold, and then make it center, and I want it in white color. Okay, so there's a great contrast here, okay, white color and green. So it stands out, it's easier for you to read. So what it's about? As I said before, you go to format, you go to text effect, go to shadow and put in shadow. You see, the word stands out, okay, and also make it readable and nice. Okay, to add in the text element, it is very easy. You go to the insert, you go to the shapes, and then you draw the text box, a rectangle again. So there's a guideline already, okay, guideline already, just draw and fill up the remaining column here. So I do not want to have the background color, and I do not want to have the line as well. You go to the right click, and then you go to format auto shapes, okay. I do not want to have the outline. I do not want to have the colors. Okay, do not be afraid when I click, it is as if transparent. Actually, there's a text box already, okay? A text box for you to put in. So I just, the text already prepared. I just Control C and Control V, click on the invisible text box. Okay, you set no outline, no color. Right click, and then you click Add Text. And then you Control V. Okay, so the good readable fonts, always set it to 12. Okay, 12 is the standard fonts for the user, easier to see. Okay, I want to have bold. Okay, bold, to make sure to have the good contrast with the background. Okay, to make readable. And then when you don't set the alignment to justify, it is very messy. At the right hand side here, you can see it is not consistent. That's why when you do the printing, okay, typing the text, even for the word, always set the alignment here, paragraph, justify. Okay, when it is justified, it's evenly, okay, placed, okay, in the text box. It's very professional and give you a neat design. Okay, so don't worry when you see, wow, the font so small here. You can see the scale here at the below, it's just 68% of it. When you print it out, just I show you for the first brochure, that's the output. It is very readable. It's quite large. Okay, the fonts. Okay, don't worry. Okay, the next step is to insert the company details. Okay, the company like a business card. But don't worry, you don't need to type on it. Okay, you can set your business information at Insert, and then you click Edit Informations, and then you click Edit. So if it is not e-tag, you change the address, okay, to e-tag. If it is not this phone, you change this phone, and then you click Save, and then update publications. Okay, to insert the business informations, you no need to type, okay? You just click on the business information again. I want to insert the address. It will automatically create a text box. So you need to click it out, okay? And then you click on the empty spaces, and then the text box will be created, and then you drag it to the left. Okay, you don't select, okay, inside the add text here. You deselect inside the cursor outside, and then only you click the business information address e-tag, and then there's a text box generated with the text e-text. Okay, as usual, I want to have a bold. I want to have 12, okay, to make it readable. The next one, you click the empty space here. Okay, don't select any of one of the text box. You go to Insert again. Okay, the business information. I want to have the phone. Okay, the text box created, and then you drag it to the left. Okay, to the left here, and then make it 12. Okay, there you go. This is the page 1 of the demonstration. I promise you, in few clicks, you can create the professional brochures in just 10 minutes for the page 1. Okay, for the page number 2, very fast, just use the picture to entice the user. Okay, so you right click, you click Insert Page, and then I want to have, okay, the new pages. As I said before, as usual, you go to the page design, you go to the guides. I want to have 3 in 1. So you have already prepared, okay, what is the virtual reality, the text box. You don't need to draw again. You click on it, you type on your keyboard Control C, and then on the second page, you just type Control V. Okay, so you drag it on the top here, and then Control V, and then put another at the bottom. That's the tricks, isn't it? When you have the Microsoft Publishers and then desktop publishing, you just copy and paste. No need to draw again. So the first one will be, let me check it out, is the Oculus. Okay, it's the Oculus. You Control C, you copy the text, you change what is the virtual reality to Oculus, and at the bottom one is the virtual reality. Okay, at this page, I mostly deal with the image, okay, to entice the user. Okay, just go to Insert and go to the pictures. The first one I want to insert on the left-hand side will be Wow City. Okay, you just arrange, okay, the sizes of this one, and you place it at the guide here. I will do, okay, I make it smaller first. I make it smaller first, and then I position nicely at the top here. Okay, nicely at the top, and then you make it nicely adjusted inside the column and put it here. So you can see that it is very plain design. What I said before, always go to format, add in the picture effect or picture style. My favorite one is always add in the shadow. So when you add in shadow, as if we have the mask on the image, okay, it appears, okay, like a 3D, okay, effect. Okay, the next one we insert is the another picture on the right. Is the healthcare technology. Same technique, okay, put it at the top. We have the alignment, and make sure it aligns nicely at the top here, and then resize, okay, resize, and click on the format and put it the picture style, add shadows. Okay, the other 4 pictures. So when I always want to have white background. Okay, you can see that this one, the technology image, we have the white background. I want to make it as if transparent. So if you want to make it transparent, it's very troublesome. You need to remove the background, save as a PNG file. But if you do not have, it is always in the white background. Okay, and also my layout at the background is white. So when I make it smaller, okay, white background of the image, and also for the canvas is also white. So it will appear as if transparent, okay, as if transparent. You can see, I don't need to do anything. It matched the picture background color and my canvas color. It makes it as if transparent. That's why white color, do not look down. It is very useful. So the next pictures I want to add in is the VR glass. Okay, as I said before, the rules are meant to be broken in design. Expand your creativity. Don't always put it at follow the blindly 100%. Okay, I try to make it fancy. I tilt the orientation. So there's the top here, the knob here. When there's a turn arrow, you just click on it and then you tilt it, okay, anywhere as you like. But this one, I made it to the left upwards, okay, make it left upwards, okay, to even make it spice up the design. Okay, as usual, you just click on it, add shadows. Okay, I broke the rules already. I put the orientations on the tilt to the left. Okay, so another pictures you can add, you just partially cover the pictures on the Google. On this one, the VR here. Okay, you just click insert pictures, and then I want to have to insert VR content. So I do not put here. I cover a bit, okay, for the second pictures to even make it more mysterious, okay? So you just don't do it so formal and schema, don't cover the pictures. No, okay? Expand your creativity. Try to crop your pictures and then cover some of the pictures on top each other. Use the transparency. Will even make your design better, okay? Make a shadow. And then insert the last one, also the same thing. Okay, white background, the pictures and the canvas also white. It will make it as if transparency when I put it at empty spaces here. Okay, there you go. We have already designed, just put in the pictures, few clicks, you can have the professional outlook. Okay, for the add in text, you no need to type again. The text box here, you copy at the first page, and then second page, you just Control V. Okay, you put it at here. Okay, this one text box, you put it here. Also, you need to delete it. Okay, delete the text, and then you need to okay, make it smaller. Okay, and put it here. Okay, so after you have adjust and then put it in column here, so you have the text box already. Okay, you don't need to create again. Okay, to create the text box. So you just copy the Oculus. Okay, you paste on it, and then I want to have 12, and then alignment, justify, and then it is adjust. You just press enter to push it down to make it even better, And then you Control C on the text box, you Control V, and then you put it on the right hand side. Okay, the next text box, you no need to draw again. Okay, now is the virtual reality. If you have the text ready, already prepared in the text file, you just open practical.txt and Control C, and then Control V and replace what is other contents. So there you go. I just use only around 16 minutes to create the brochure, and it looks professional in few clicks. Okay, I do not trick you. Okay, this is the Blast desktop publishing, simple and powerful. So this is the first page, and this is second page. Lastly, always save your work. Okay, save as, and then anywhere desktop, always set as the PUB first. Okay, when you save as the publishers, when you want to edit your brochure in the futures, you can open in .pub file. Okay, as for the printing, you can save another file format. Okay, save as the PDF. What if the printing company and the printing shop, they do not have the Microsoft Publishers? You can still use the PDF file, okay, to open and print your brochure. Okay, there you go. Let's go back to the presentation slide. Okay, this one I want to share. Okay. Okay, the PowerPoint. Okay, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, what is whatever left? Okay, this is a sample I've created. So if you have any questions related to create the brochures, you're welcome to email me and also contact me. Okay, my email is soongc@aliasutah.edu.my. But you have already forgotten. Don't worry, you can still go to the Utah webpage. You go to the staff directory and you type Soong, Soong, okay, for the name, and then you can find my email in there. Okay, so let's go for the next one. That's the Q&A questions. So sorry if I did not see the chat. My moderator, Mr. Kesavan, will compile the questions, okay, for me to read. Mr. Kesavan, are you there? Any questions from the participant? Mr. Kesavan, is there any questions from the member of the participants? Any questions? Okay, I already typed in the chat. Okay, you're welcome to ask any questions to clarify what I've presented just now. Okay, I've repeat again. Okay, if you want to have just now the guideline and also for the materials to create the brochures, the sample, you can always go to the Google Meet here. Okay, you click, you go to attachment, you download, and then it's there. Okay, the filler image. Okay, filler image, we have the just a pictures. We don't have the emphasis. Okay, everything, the background is like a very vast spaces. Okay, like a scenery pictures, waterfall pictures, beach pictures, all the natures. They don't focus on one object. Okay, those are the filler image. Okay, is there any other brochure must be 3-page, not necessary. You can do it in the booklet. I received brochure in booklet as well, and it's not folded. And then I received brochure in 1-page A4 also. Okay, we consider that brochure also. Okay, you don't need to fold it. Okay, you can have the A4 size like a catalog. Okay, we consider that as a brochure as well. Okay, not necessary to be 3 pages. Okay, any other questions? Any questions again to clarify things? If you don't have any questions, okay, you can email me, okay, soonghc@aliasutah.edu.my. Okay, so you can search it in the Utah web directory. Okay, I'm Mr. Soong, Soong. Okay, necessary to put page number. Okay, for the brochure, I don't think it is necessary to put page number lah, unless you do it as the booklet. Okay, booklet, we have the multiple page, then it is encouraged for you to put page number. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if you don't have questions, and thank you for attending my webinar. Okay, thank you for your time. Okay, thank you.